making grilled cheese sandwiches, which is a great thing to make after school. It's quick and easy, and it will leave you feeling very satisfied. Okay, let's talk about a few things that you'll need to make a grilled cheese sandwich. You're going to need a skillet, okay? Or just a pan that you put on your stovetop. Okay, you want to put the temperature on medium to low. You don't want it too hot because the sandwich will burn. Okay, you'll also need one of these, which is a spatula. That's for flipping the sandwich over. You're also going to need a lot of butter. I'm using natural salted butter. Then you are going to need 2 pieces of American cheese. You may want to use 3 pieces, or 4 pieces, that's up to you. Okay. And you're going to need bread. Hopefully I'm using whole grain bread. Hopefully you have something like that at home. You can use white bread if you want, but I prefer whole grain bread because it's healthier. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take the butter, my skillet rather, is heated up. Okay, I'm gonna put it a little higher. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to put about 3 tablespoons of butter into my skillet. Okay. So that's 1. Whoops. 2. Actually, 2 is melting nicely. Now you want to put butter into your skillet because you're going to put your sandwich on the butter, but you want to make sure the butter is melted. Okay. So mine's melting nicely. Remember, I'm going to say this again, you don't want to put the temperature on too high. A medium heat is fine. Okay, so my butter is melting quickly. I'll put the cap on my butter. Okay, you want to take your bread. Put it on a plate. Oops, I hope your butter is melting. Okay, and I'm going to take my 2 slices of American cheese and put it on the bread. Remember, if you want, you can use 2 pieces or 3 pieces, even 4 pieces, but I wouldn't go past that. And there are a lot of things that you can put on your grilled cheese sandwich if you want, so now would be the right time to do that. For example, some people love tomatoes, some people like bacon. It's all really delicious. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my butter to melt. I have, again, 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm swirling it in my pan. Okay. So it's time to put my sandwich down. I'm going to put it right in my skillet on top of the butter. And I'm going to put my heat up just a little bit. Remember, you don't want to put the heat up too high because the butter will burn and then it will burn your sandwich. And it's not very nice. And also you don't want to eat a burned grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, so I'm gonna tilt this a little. And I'm gonna show you my sandwich is in here. Okay, I'm gonna put it up, the temperature up a little higher. Okay, it's starting to sizzle a little bit. But you have to be a little patient. You want to wait about 3 to 5 minutes for it to cook. Okay, so my pan is getting pretty hot. Okay, so I'm waiting and waiting for my grilled cheese. I'm waiting really for the cheese to melt. That tells you that it is cooking. Okay. The reason why I'm using the whole grain bread is because it is healthy and it has grains right in it. White bread is okay to use, but white bread isn't very nutritious. So you want to make sure you're eating something that has nutritional value in it. Okay, so I'm going to use my spatula and I'm going to see how we're doing. Okay. So I'm going to raise my temperature just a little bit more. The skillet feels really hot, which is good. Okay, and as I said before, this is a great thing to eat when you come home from school. It just takes a few minutes. You don't need that many ingredients. But again, as I mentioned before, you can add a lot of stuff to your grilled cheese sandwich, like, as I said, bacon, tomato, pickles. Okay, so it's cooking really nicely. Don't mind my hands. It's cooking, but it's not burning. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna flip my sandwich. So I just take my spatula and get under the sandwich and flip it over. Okay. Okay, it takes a little bit of time. All right, let me just peek and see if my cheese is melting. My cheese is starting to melt. Okay, so we're just being patient here. So I was telling you before about the bread that we used. It's whole grain, it's 15 grains. It has no high high fructose corn syrup, colors or flavors, or artificial sources. And you get, it's heart healthy, and it's 100% whole grain flour. Okay, my sandwich is really cooking right now. And it is almost done. So while it is in the skillet, I'm going to cut it in half. And there we go. I'm going to put it on a plate. Don't forget to turn your skillet off, because you don't want to burn yourself. And this is grilled cheese, and I'm just going to show it to you. There we go. It comes out really nicely, and the cheese is all melted inside. It's delicious. And as you can tell, the butter is on the outside of both sides. The butter makes it taste really good. So remember, you want the butter to be on the outside and the cheese on the inside. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this after school, especially, but you can make it anytime, morning, noon, or night. It's a great thing to eat. And as I mentioned before, you probably want to use whole grain bread because it is better for you than white bread. Okay? Well, thanks for joining me today, and don't forget, you've got to clean up your skillet, which only takes a few minutes. All right? Thank you for joining us.